Which sentence should be deleted because it provides unrelated information? In order to identify which sentence provides unrelated information, we need to first establish what the topic of the paragraph is, or its main idea. As a quick review, the main idea of the passage is the central point that the passage conveys, or one which every sentence either leads up to, mentions, or expounds upon. The sentences of the paragraph may add details about this idea, support it, explain it, etc. Usually, but not always, the main idea can be found in the first sentence, otherwise known as the topic sentence. With this in mind, let's try and identify the main idea of this passage. This passage is an example of a passage in which the first sentence is the main idea. Taking a look at our first sentence, we can see that it clearly lines up for us what we're going to be hearing about in this text, that the European Union has announced plans to end the sale of polluting vehicles by 2035. And we see this theme expounded upon throughout the text, whether it's emission statistics, mentioning other countries with this goal, or even future goals after this is achieved. With this in mind, we now need to merely go through our choices and see if each sentence offered contributes to this main idea. A. Sentence 3. A further reduction to 100% by 2035 effectively means that all new cars registered from that year onward must be zero-emission vehicles. As our main idea has to do with non-polluting vehicles, which we can see this sentence is discussing, we can see that this fits in with our main idea, and this choice can be marked as incorrect. B. Sentence 4. The United Kingdom has already made a similar commitment. This sentence fits in with our main idea because although the UK isn't part of the EU anymore, it shows that this issue is important in the region in general, and it isn't just some far-fetched plan the EU is committing to. This can be marked as incorrect as well. C. Sentence 8. The fossil fuel economy has reached its limits. This has to do with our main idea as it explains why this plan is being set into action in the first place, because the fossil fuel economy has reached its limits, and we now need to figure out more efficient, planet-friendly ways to fuel our cars, hence the electric car. This can be marked as incorrect. And D. Sentence 11. There were 28 EU member states up to 2020 when the United Kingdom left the EU. Although both the EU and the UK are mentioned in this passage, this particular sentence does nothing to expand upon the overall theme of the paragraph, the need for electric vehicles and what the EU plans to do about that. Knowing how many EU member states there are adds nothing to this idea. Based on this, we can mark choice D, sentence 11, as our final answer.